Hello everyone, and welcome back to the season finale of Basil is Not Ideal, in which I play early age Kailasa, and a game with a pretender that I did not entirely enjoy, but we'll make the best out of it anyways. Turn 68, in which there is a stale turn, and I was confused by this for a little bit until I went back and looked through the history of the chat and remembered that this particular game ran into a very strange, anomalous crash in Llama server, which oddly enough, what happened was back a little while there was sort of crash with some of the turns in Llama server, and this particular game just kind of got completely lost. The whole game file got deleted. Nobody was getting their turns anymore. It was not even showing up on Llama server anymore. We were very confused for a bit. We appealed to the host of the Discord channel that this game was on, which is Cookie Dough, and he appealed to the Great Llama himself and actually managed to make it work somehow. We got it back, and we got this particular turn back. It had to become a stale turn, unfortunately, but it worked. The game went on. So let us move on ourselves to the next one, turn 69, in which the action gets back into it. In Kailasa, I do not actually go head-to-head with him with my entire army. I only have one Yaksha stick around, and I do not recall exactly what he does. A bunch of communions, and so he's probably going to... Ah, yes. He cast... what was it? Sorry, I gotta go back and look at that. Unit overview. You know what? This is gonna take a while. Where is he? Ta-da! Solar Brilliance. Yes, he casts Solar Brilliance. That spell that has in the description, burns undead and demons to cinders and ash. That seemed like a really good idea at the time, until I forgot about Blood Vengeance, because apparently burning demons to cinders also triggers Blood Vengeance, and he died. He died dead. Yeah, so didn't work out super great, but that would have been highly entertaining to watch. It was still highly entertaining in a different way. But in the meantime, that didn't work, so we're moving on to some Earthquakes instead. Wave Warriors, Stone Skin, more Earthquake. Yeah, we're going to try that out for size instead. In the meantime, on this front, he has decided to just claim the throne and take it and be content with that and not really move on from there. So I've decided that I will let him stay there, and I'm going to fight him over here instead. I don't see any armies there, so it seems like a reasonable thing to do. Hinam is running back to his last remaining fort to go nurse his wounds. And oh yeah, I completely forgot that I got him at some point during this game as well. Again, in a very not ideal way to make use of his ability to be a research booster, but he can now be used to show up here and aid the battle, or as the case may be, teleport away from it. I think he's going back to Hinam. Yeah. And I'll just call my god back. and hope that I get him. onwards to turn 70. The Fortress of Kailasa. The rest are basically just raids and counter raids. Now, this would have been a much more entertaining battle to watch if the replay had actually shown what it was supposed to show. Now, I cast Doom followed by Earthquake. Very valid strategy, if I do say so myself. This guy is going to be very important because he winds up being a Communion Master with fire. And he is scripted, in fact, to cast a very entertaining spell. Phoenix Pyre. Now, what it seems like in this particular replay happens is that he casts Phoenix Pyre after the earthquake happens. What happens in real life, as we'll see from the battle overview afterward, but we will not get to watch in this particular replay, sadly, is that the earthquake happens after he casts Phoenix Pyre. Why that's important is because as a Communion Master, casting Phoenix Pyre is a self-buff, which then in turn buffs all of your Communion Slaves, which means all of your Communion Slaves also have Phoenix Pyre. Now, imagine, if you will, Earthquake striking Phoenix Pyred Raktapatas and killing one of them. The rest of them, having no fire resistance, then suddenly spontaneously explode, and all of them die and kill everything around them. Now, having Phoenix Pyre, of course, they show up around the map, but he doesn't have Phoenix Pyre. They don't have Phoenix Pyre. By they, I mean the corpse constructs. And the rest of the mages here and units in the area don't have Phoenix Pyre. They all go up in a spectacular fireball. And it was highly entertaining to watch. Killed 72 corpse constructs. The Raksharaja. A couple of these guys died just from fatiguing out afterward. Yogini dies. He doesn't because, Phoenix Pyre. It's very sad that you did not get to see the fireworks like I did, but trust me, it was vastly entertaining. Some more wasting clouds have showed up here. Not here yet, but here as well, I think. So he's just trying to let me die slow and painful deaths. Raiding, again, with Dakini Thugs. Very effective against PD. I have decided to move out with some small units. My free Melkort, who is cursed and has many, many afflictions, but still decent in his own right. Just to take back a couple of provinces and deny Hinam any semblance of income. Lanka is raiding me himself with one of my favorite units, Mandejas, one who gobbles up the sun and plunges the world into eternal slumber, sort of like a roleplay character of myself. Very white, I get sunburned easily. I do not like the sun, I prefer clouds and rainy days. Moving on to turn 71. Rejoice! My pretender has returned. Now, if you don't know this, which I didn't know at the time, when you call your god back, your god returns back in your capital province, whether you own your capital province or not. Now, against the one PD he put there was no problem, but you see, he is now stuck on a fort that he is sieging ineffectively, completely surrounded, except for here, by enemy lands with a humongous army inside the fort. So his chances for survival are rather slim. Oh, also he has no gems. I felt like that was obligatory to say. Now, I am going to move out as many people as I can with some gems in order to help with that, but they will be 2 turns away. If he survives 1 turn, well, we'll see. In the meantime, moving forward on this front, and he is not. Apparently, Helheim and Lanka were also duking it out up here a whole lot. I did not see a whole lot of that, but what I was hearing from it, and what I heard was that because of Lanka having up Vengeful Water, it was not going so great for Helheim. And I am doing a pittance of a job distracting Lanka and contributing to that war at all. In the meantime, Niflheim is basically dead, and Pangea sort of steamrolled him, unfortunately. Let's see what happens in turn 72. Once more, a battle in Kailasa. Quite the army he's got there. Let's see how it plays out. I'm casting Astral Shield, that's good. Body Ethereal. Seem to be holding my own. Actually, I have some background entertainment that I think works well with this particular fight. Hang on a second while I pull that up. That was satisfying. As was that. So, yeah. Looks like I did alright for myself. Next turn I'll get some gems. That should help out. Except for that. So, yeah. That's not going to help out that much. He's going for a pretty obvious target right here. Pretty sure he only needs 2 more points to win, and luckily for him, I happen to have 2 more points waiting for him right over here. It's okay. At this point, I've basically abdicated the game, but I'm just going through the motions to see what I can do. Mainly, I want to get this throne back to say that I did it, and I doubt that I'll be able to completely kill off Hinnom, but I could, maybe, if I moved this army there instead, but I feel like he made such a good show for himself, I might as well go and save him. Maybe I can take my capital back while I'm at it. Let's see, I've only got 4 more turns. Seems doable. Move on to turn 73. Disease demons. More wasting clouds. Bunch of raids. So yeah, I've restocked my Pretender. I've even got Fairy Queen and another backup Siddha here. But he's going to return home. I've decided that he will soon be dying in 4 turns, and I really, really need to keep Wrath of God up. That is literally the only thing that is doing any damage to anyone at this point in the game. Lanka included. Mostly Lanka included, honestly, at this point. Though Lanka did say he was forging as many rings of tamed lightning as he could to keep his mages alive. It was doing some good for him. But yeah, 500 more units bearing down on the last throne. And it's a race to see who can get what objective first. Sorry, that was turn 73. Okay, turn 74. Hey, I actually get Alteration 9. Sweet. I can put up armies of gold and lead, or lead. Now, with my Earth Mages, still just a bunch of raids. He has decided not to make another ill-advised assault on my now buffed Pretender. My army is right on the heels of coming in there. I finally broke this castle and throne. So he is over here, 2 turns left to his name. But I am already immediately going to recast Wrath of God. Confuse the heck out of everyone. I mean, I wind up telling Lanka that he was diseased eventually, but not like there's much he can do about it. Yeah, and Hinnom decides to be bold and make a move out here. So I'm going to cast a couple more Gandharvas to boost my numbers. What is he scripted to do? Power of the Spheres. Arcane Domination. Okay. Solar Brilliance. Yeah, basically just desperation moves to kill off as many things as possible. We'll see how effective that is. Because this fort gets broken immediately. Ministria. Yep. Alright. Turn 75. The penultimate turn. So, I am now on top of the fort there. I successfully take this fort. No losses of significance. And I lose this fort. I managed to kill a bunch of Leogryphs because, you know, Gandharvas be Gandharvas. But the whole Solar Brilliance thing did not work second time around either. So that's kind of sad. He takes this fort. No problems. I literally inflict 0 casualties on him. And so, yeah, he's going to claim that next turn and win. How am I doing on Kailasa? Lightly damaged. Yeah, that's not really likely to ever go my way, based on the number of things he can pump out in terms of summons here. But it would have been a glorious battle. I have my full strength over here now. Alas, it was not to be. Claim throne, win, rejoice. I did not win. And you all were expecting me to post a video of a game that I did win. Well, joke's on you. I did not win. I'm not going to view history in this video. That's a bit much. I'll go over the score graphs real quick. I was neck and neck with Lanka for a bit there, until he invaded me. Lanka was ahead by as much as, say, the United States versus the rest of the world. I was actually doing pretty well with Dominion, probably again, till he invaded me. Uncontested champion in research. But Pangea was catching up on me, so go Pangea. This is Lanka. Yeah, so he was doing pretty well for himself. Everyone else was sort of middling in the pack. I'm guessing this is probably blood slave income, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what this is, but whatever the heck it is pretty impressive. And yeah, Pangaea was dominating. So go Pangaea. This is all of the forts that Lanka took from Tianqi, from Mictlan, from Niflheim, from myself, and just generally being much better than everyone else. And this is the point where we knocked Tianqi down to size, and by down to size I mean dead. So there you have it. After this video, I'm going to finish up my video of the first game I played as Early Age Kailasa, and then I'm going to do an after-action review of the Early Age Nation of Kailasa in general, as I have played it and as I've seen it, and just some thoughts both from this game and from the other game. And then we'll move on to actual other content of other games that I've played. Not a whole lot of them are done, but there are a handful that I could show as well, and then by the time I'm done with those, maybe another one of my games will have opened up and be either finished or close to finishing, and I can put that up here as well. In the meantime, one last thought. I will also, if you guys are interested, do a separate video with the history and sort of a breakdown of the history in one video of this game. The history is actually kind of fun to watch, but if you guys are interested in that, I'll do that. If not, that's okay too. Have a good night, and see you guys later.